having goals and like seeing that progress towards those goals was a real big motivator. But then it's like, what do you do later? And I've come to this spot where running has always been part of my life and I want it to remain. And so that why has to change with it. And so I think it's good to have goals, whether it's a race or something you're trying to achieve, but then also remember that, you know, running is fun just being part of the community.
This is going to be a conversation about the highs and lows of an athlete journey and how running intersects with life. So let's do some quick self-intros. We'll start with Scott over here. Who is Scott?
All right, I'm Scott Jurek, and I've been running ultras, I guess, for close to 30 years, it seems like, forever, but been around the block. I don't need to brag about, but I've run a bunch of stuff, including Western States, won that 7 times, Badwater, Hard Rock, Spartathlon, you name it. So I've done a few things.
Appalachian Trail.
New York Times bestseller of a couple books, so, and then also featured in Born to Run. Some people just read that recently.
I actually started running because of that book, so thank you.
Same. Hi, I'm Molly Seidel. I'm actually Scott Jurek's #1 fan.
I don't know, Dakotah might actually have you...
They're too kind.
Yeah.
They're paid to say this.
No, I am a marathon athlete for Puma. I am the 2020 Olympic marathon medalist, bronze in Tokyo, and yeah. And yeah, I live in Flagstaff, Arizona, which, sorry guys, Flagstaff is the best running city in the country, but Boulder's like a close second.
I'm Rory Linkletter, also a Puma marathoner. I represented Canada in this most recent Olympics in Paris.
Let's hear it.
I also live in Flagstaff, and I'm a big fan, but I've been impressed with Boulder so far, and I'll be on the course tomorrow to get a proper tour of the city, and I'm excited for that, and yeah, honored to be here today.
Rory's going to rip the half tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Maor Tiyuori. I'm an Israeli Olympian, represented Israel in the last 3 Olympic Games. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
I am Dakotah Lindwurm. I was in the 2024 Olympics, where I placed 12th. I am currently in Minneapolis, and I love Boulder, but I like to run where there's oxygen, so.
All right, so we have a lot of different types of runners here. We have people who run really far. We have people who run really fast. We have people who've been running for a long time. But let's kick it off with a simple but maybe challenging question. Why running?
By the way, if I start sweating here, they put the ultra.
He's in the hot seat, yeah.
I'm in the hot seat here. So.
Scott has competed in 120 degrees, so he's good here at 85.
I guess for running, like why running? I guess I never really thought of it. Like why running? Running just kind of found me, or I found running. I was a resistant runner, so all of you who like said, okay, I'm just running this half or this full, or my first 5 or 10K today, and that's it. I was one of you. I said, okay, I'm done. Never, I did that, and then I thought it was going to be done running ultras, and then I went on to do it for a very long time. So I was somebody who did running to stay in shape for other sports, and I love the community, but quite honestly, I kind of just really held out from running, and running had to find a place in me. So I think running chose me, and eventually I kind of accepted it. So I was a reluctant runner.
I did a podcast with Molly yesterday, and she just said, I just really freaking love running. So Molly, why do you just really love running?
Why do I love running? Yeah, so I feel like I came at it from a very different standpoint. I started running when I was a kid. It was the kind of thing where nobody in my family ran. I just kind of picked it up out of nowhere, seemingly. And it was like once I started, I was hooked. And I was such a nerd about it. I would get like Runner's World. I read Born to Run like super early, and I felt like my coach.
Did you go barefoot?
Huh? Low-key, I did run in the Vibram 5 figures for a lot of years, and I will hold. I think my feet are much stronger because of it. I've never had of all the injuries I've had, I've never had a lower leg injury. I fell in love with it so early, and I feel like it still is that love of it. Like, despite all the challenges that I've experienced in my career, like, I can't quit this because I do, at my core, really just love running.
I could say a lot of the same stuff Scott and Molly have said here. You know, running kind of found me. I love it. It's been good to me. But I think why I love to run as well is the places it's taken me. I've been to so many cool parts of the world, met so many amazing people, and had so many amazing opportunities and experiences because of this sport. And I'd say that's like really embedded that love deep inside me, is just like what's next for running and what's next for me because of running.
For me, I would like to echo everything that you guys said, but I think initially I started running because I was good at it.
I love the humbleness. It's great.
Just kind of things continued, and then I think I fell in love with it. And again, it brought me to the US, and as he said, to many places around the world. I met wonderful people, had so many experiences that I cherish, and I would like to, also share with the world and people. And here we are, so many people from different walks of life sharing the same passion. So it's fun.
For me, if there's one thing you should know, I'm incredibly competitive. I started running because I was beating the boys in gym class in the mile. I'm like, I must be pretty good at this. On a larger scale, I was not. But because I was so bad at it, when I joined track, I was taking last quite often. And I was like, just really competitive with myself. Like, how can I get better? How can I stop being an embarrassment? How can I stop getting the pity claps? And so I just fell in love with the challenge of it.
Let's give her some non-pity claps. Does that count as pity claps, though? Okay, so we all love running for various reasons. Running is hard, right? Many people. Who's racing Boulderthon tomorrow? Let's hear it. Okay, so I hope you know that this course is not easy. And that's the epitome of running, right? It's not easy, but we continue to do it for some reason. And so all of these athletes up here, whether they're running hundreds of miles or a couple of miles really fast, they do it and they do it and they do it. And at some point it's hard, right? That's the piece that connects all of us. They might just be doing it a little bit faster, a little bit longer, but they still go through these same ups and downs.